Yada wase amawadwo anwumre Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 98.9 enwuru nadwo baabi a wo bia ne da sepa safidi no da ha ensam no doso anwumre ana yede eba omampani na adodankwa akufado ekopie mu ewo mfimfiri mantamu na wode nsam bia todwa afa oman suapon ahodo mu
na dom kuma ye wo mo so mai mra shebedwa fie na dia todwa se electoral commission enu be twetwe wanma so ye wo so be pie mu e wo mra shebedwa fie
dom kuma ye wo ga na mra shebedwa mu e peda won sa kan asem bi se wo mo hia opani bi so be ba mra shebedwa fie ho na ma to asem bia ma ne no yi anu
na opani pa bi so akasa se rakeno frata betumi a won tu ne ho ade so sanse be bia ga na keka kono anu odin
mo a mo noa enuane e wo senior high school sahodo no mo no anwumre yi won tamaso ai
also na Private Health Providers Association. One also kasa address National Health Insurance Authority for the one can one man share asem no ebepie court.
Kumasi ha ana yebegyina na brono a yefrɛ se kurofrom abusua asem we firi ho ba nwumere no nya asem we mu ode kura yeri mu amane yebrɛ mu
ebi ka wɛn mu ne yede ne nyina daba sommo anomre no nsia kase eboso wɔ abusua hye no soen ansam we nyina da no ententa fidie no so ebusu se cha www.sompafmonline.com Facebook Sompa 93.1 and YouTube Sompa TV wajonchira na sensusuye na yafafa fabre pam yebenya daje ne akenka na mum hye no soen sansam we bekenka na da woroma anidie no obuo kwan so aya no amana fa ho ne akenka nya sa de a ebia ne antumi ankenkan amfama nyuma ko bia da ma na won ma so asene brepam ye de won mu nyina ho nsɛmpa bato dwa ne ye ne a ya je adwa enefie no mre yi ayeme akosua ajewa akode boaten menemenia
nana kwabena kese afen nsam no nkyere mu no enie Ghana mampani His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo wokopie mu ewo mfimfiri mantam no emu suapon kese ye wo ho no me ho na wokopie ye na eye bibi mpani sa asem na de kwabrane enante enti no na wo hye famfinhia aduosia de eno ena mampani Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo woton safra ne se omaye kasamafo sonkokora ewo dwumadie no ase na dwumadie no de etwe dom fredom tie mu medom bai pa na wenu mfinhia aduosia no asem tie na da so ne se yema enwoma sua agina ne naso ne papa mu na enwoma sua no timi akọ nanim dwumadie no ase no ena mampane His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo wode tudwa no wokyere sampa ewiase sade se ne sesese na onipa ya ade nso a wose ayeye wanya bibia ma wase nso a yenyai emo no kro no ne nkontabuo ya ebra ye nua be ma Erika na wosi anam wo mfimfiri mantam wo ho omampani Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ede ma no ene se wo hwe Cape Coast suapon no se no a abon homoden pa we se abon homoden no a abasobode pii ana wagye e wa bibire matoya ha sei se wo hwe na Africa ha nyina nso a suapon etoso nan ewiase nyina nso suapon etoso aduonu nan na we wa mo abaso a okobo abaso ba biom ensam pii na Ghana mampani edeka ho
I assure you of the commitment of my government to give the university the required support to expand its infrastructure for the benefit of the numerous senior high school graduates who now qualify to access university education yearly. I must perforce thank the university for supporting and acknowledging the benefits of the free senior high school policy. There is, however, more to be done in ensuring that with the increasing number of senior high school graduates due to the ease in access to secondary education, every one of them has a place in tertiary education. It is for this reason and the numerous other achievements of the university that I find the theme for the celebration, 60 years of quality higher education, expanding the frontiers, most apt. It is said that an investment in education yields the greatest dividend. Government will not renege on its commitment to provide quality education and equal opportunities for future generations to have a good education. Regardless of the difficulties currently confronting our nation, government will continue to intervene and remain responsible for the provision of free and quality basic and secondary education for all. I came into office with the belief that education should be a right of which all of Ghana's youth should avail. Today's youth running barefoot to school could be a future leader of the arts, business, industry, or government. Education is the equalizer of opportunity. I'm in this position as President of the Republic because of education. I want every child to attend school, not just from what they learn in books, but for the life experiences they will gain. I want each of them to look in the mirror in the morning and know that they can achieve anything they dream of when they complete their studies.
Na enuachi ana odi tudwa ekere se Ghana fo bi ewo suban bi wo mo ho a wodwere ho a wonte ase wono anim se ba bi a wodo asase nya ne dia asase eye school bi dia na nani abre eho na obetwe manso akese sa so ne ban so enya de papa.
I'm informed that almost 1/3 of the university's legally acquired lands had been lost to encroachers. This is most unfortunate and unacceptable. I'm saddened by this state of affairs, especially because it's happening in Cape Coast of all places, the cradle of Ghana's education, the proverbial Athens of Africa. Let me take this opportunity to call on Nananum and all stakeholders to ensure a complete cessation of these unfortunate activities. We must begin to see the university not only as a national asset and an asset for the central region, but most importantly also as an asset to the people of Cape Coast in particular. Let me sound a note of caution to the encroacher that the government is now prepared to take the necessary steps to reclaim such lands soon, not only at UCC, but also across the country.
Ghana man penny His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Ekufuado. Na nyina mu onso so no. Penny ya wada suapona no Dr. Sam Jonah. Ono so den samwe man sam trofo.
Concrete measures and actions and implement them. We will to have an integrated economy and which will make us less dependent on foreign goods. I'm afraid our economic challenges will be further assessed. Without a doubt, I believe that a good start is to start with food. I think that it is unconscionable that most of the tilapia we consume in this country comes from China. Our frozen chicken comes from the Netherlands and the United States. And of course, we rely on Burkina Faso for our onions and tomato. Now, I'm sure you all learned, the Chinese having taken over, destroyed our land and now producing cocoa, are now exporting cassava and gari and yams. The cost of food everywhere is a major part of any country's economy and behoves on all of us to do whatever we can to improve accessibility and affordability. My charge to this university, therefore, is that we lead the national effort in ensuring that we are using cutting-edge technologies and research to assist with the efficient implementation of the government's economic and agricultural policies.
Penny Paya wada Cape Coast suapona no Dr. Sam Jonah ne ene atiye.
Ya kwamra shibja fie na dom kuma ya wo mo my Ghana mra shibja fie na dia to dwa kyerese na ne kyene ya. Was a National Identification Authority. NIA any electoral commission adwumako no bepiem. Ewo mra shibja fie na ombisa 1 month samba komienu miensa bi e for my Ghana kasa ye hye ahodro ye omde gu akwama fempimienu ne aduonu nan. Was a wohwemu a EC data hodo a ene wa hyase opeso okurukire no 1 month mienu ye omhore santamo 1 month se Ghana card no eno na EC peso de ye adwuma 2024 eno na 1 month se Ghana for dodo no a hono a Ghana card no krampo wo munni bi na nkamfanse afempimienu ne aduonu nan sakoba se no manyina totom ye na electoral commission aye se won mo hia bibi de afri so na wo magina so de atoaba won mo tumi aye bi amno aye enam so nti no won mo sra na ne kyene ya mra anasa emma kwan na electoral commission ane NIA womra mapiem womayi nsem bia no esanse womde ehwetwe won maso ebiem Public Account Committee womso nsem bi wo hono a ewo se emu nsem bepiem womra hyebedefie na won motena se esuesu adwene edefa ho dom kuma na fam panyepa ya wode won mani mu yewra haruna idrisu wono na namra hyebedefie wogina simpie so a wakasaye.
The numbers between what the Electoral Commission have registered as voters up to 17 million and what is on the roll of the National Identification Authority And we hear that the Electoral Commission wants to rely on the National Identification Authority data. The primary question the Honorable Ahmed is asking is, so what has happened to the Electoral Commission's own biometric data? That today they are avoiding the use of their own biodata they collected, and they want to collect biodata from the National Identification Authority. But we need a reconciliation of the numbers, because we are very convinced that Article 42 confers a right on Ghanaians to be registered as voters by the Electoral Commission. And Mr. Speaker, the National Identification Authority is unlike the Electoral Commission, which by virtue of Article 45 says that it shall not be subject to the direction and control of any person or authority. The words are mine, including the President. But National Identification Authority is subject to ministerial control. And therefore, we want the two bodies to come here, Electoral Commission, NIA. Let us see the discrepancy and variance in your numbers, because we will not, Mr. Speaker, accept any attempt by the Electoral Commission to disenfranchise any Ghanaian because they want to rely on an ID card which is not available to Ghanaians. And we mean serious business on this matter. That right, we will jealously protect and safeguard the provisions of Article 42. So, Mr. Speaker, what the Honorable Ahmed is saying is that the two institutions must come here, and then we will hear them and then reconcile the numbers.
Na enochi no chiame hene yo ma Ghana mra shebe fie yera aban suma na baben wano so ekasai
by the EC on any proposed instruments coming from them. And so I raised this some time ago. I'm yet to receive them to be briefed on it. Until that is done, they should forget about laying any such instrument in the House. I think the misinterpretation and misunderstanding of the concept of independence of various state institutions or arms of government that are stated by the Constitution to be independent. The independence is in the performance of their function. When the matter comes before Parliament, that is the performance of our function, not their function. And they cannot say they are not subject to the control of anybody, including the institution of Parliament. But at that time, that is our function we are going to perform. And we are not subject to the control of any arm of government or institution of state. So please, the EC, the Bank of Ghana, including the judiciary, should take note that their independence doesn't mean that independence has ousted Parliament from performing its functions. And so if the CI is to come to the House, the proper thing must be done. Both procedural and substantive law must be followed. And I will not allow any such instrument to be laid in this House until I am briefed. And I think that is the proper thing to do, together with the House, to make sure that the right thing is done in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. Anybody who is not satisfied is permitted to proceed to the Supreme Court on this matter.
Abusia wai aya chiame hene yo wa ma Ghana mra shebe fie yera aban sumana badben.
Yeda so wo Ghana emra sebedwamu ho na edom kuma ye wo Ghana mra sebedwamu no omo na ekasai na omo na mra sebedwane de ma adese ye wo adakulu ne den ani wona bo kwame agboja governs wono na ekasai ane wo chese wo gina mu de ma ne nuam dom kuma no na wo de nsem bi ato efom ya eyasem bisa wo busa se Metropolitan Municipal Affairs so District Assemblies ahodo ye wo Ghana ha se no da ben ana sika wasa aban de kɔ no sika ne beduru honom eya asɛm a wo mo dom kuma no mo busa na mo panyi ano pa e wo sa asɛm no kyerɛ sɛ wo ba frɛ assembly bi no an ane ni sika na common fan no nyamai saa ento mo busa sɛ ya maame arena tosi ado ya wono ne hwɛ toto ne ma sɛbɛ ya sika hodo aban na twa bɛkɔ assemblies ahodo no wɔn na wɔsɛ wɔhwɛ yɛ bibia bɔ ho bra ne ade no wɔn busa sɛ maame no da bɛn pa na wɔka de wɔhɔ akyerɛ Ghanafoɔ nti wɔn de wɔn hia no sɛ bɛba mmara sɛ bɛdwa fie no mabusa na asɛm na wɔn nso wɔyi ano yie sɛbɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa nso bɛte wɔn ho ase
with members to apprise us on steps she's taking to make funds available to regional coordinating councils and district assemblies since the inability to release these statutory funds are making the regional coordinating councils and assemblies dysfunctional. Basically, people go to work and do nothing because their budgets cannot be implemented due to lack of funding. Mr. Speaker, I believe it's affecting effectiveness of members of parliament as well because we have also leveraged on the little that comes to us to support the little projects in our community. So if the leader of government business can schedule this assembly's common fund administrator to also appear before the House to apprise us on what's going on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Wei yamara sabotane de ma ade sey wo adakro ne tin ene Kwame Agboja governs na enu achi dom kase no trene wo yamara sabotane de ma ade sey ya ewo nsabam adoagiri ne tin ene Honorable Frank Anodompre ono so yi nsabna no sei
I think it's a justifiable call. Yeah, before we rose, it was a discussion that leadership engaged in. So, but I can assure you that we've started discussion to find out what the schedule and the plan is to deal with these areas specific to Common Fund. So I'm in support with you and we will do the needful. Honorable Kofi Adams' question, we will relate to the table office. And you are speaking to it because it was an outstanding question and because the agri sector has been programmed to appear before the House. Ordinarily, you would have expected that question will be picked. But you also admit that there are processes involved in this before the questions are finally appear on the other paper. I'm sure it has to do with notification. So we relate to the table of it and be able to deal with that.
Trene ewo dom kase no afam wosa ya mara sebejane de ma this year ya ewo nsawam adoagiri era Frank Anodompre
na panyi pa bia banno sikasemu a wabene mu yewura Kwame pianim so de atodwa ena wia wabra na promtobe kase ebo ne koso na wo kire mu se yewura Keno Foreta papa no wacha wa akonya no so sanka wono no krampo no a ewo sanka nayi Ghanafoɔ boni di no wono ankasa hwere so na wobifo fra baba tena so ahwese wo man ne sikasemu obetumi atoto ne yie ama no wose wo man Ghana nko a ana obeti akonya so na se wo man mu nyina yese wonko a wose motame de me ye ne mu hunu se ye eni ntina meti akonya so na so ye de yank woni mote na wo ka de Kyeru Keno Foreta se de adru ne de woni asem bia ka ne muaye bia ade mo manfo se wo be so sanse ba bia o man no akasa keka kwane ahemefo no ayakwa kodru no e wo se wokọ na ofoforo ene betena so.
For goodness sake, why should you ask the question? You have 22 million Ghanaians. If those of us all in Ghana cannot do it, I can go on to the street, close my eyes, and pick 10 people who do the job better than Keno Foreta is doing. What are we talking about? In my village, they will tell you, okay, homeless is one, no other. When the uncle hadn't discovered that nice girl inside the people sleeping, the best minister for finance we've ever had was James Mensah. He was 40 years old when he was running the ministry. He's not a young man. He's 64. He's done enough. And I'm appealing to him in the name of the good Lord he professes to believe in and to worship. Please go before you destroy this country.
I was your way a year or Kwame pianim bano sir. Wama sika semu a wabere mu ye papa pa na na wachire mu Keno Foreta de atuno won sore akonya no so
abosome pepepe nie na ensam no ebeto dwa na ne nyina no akoye ye ma ye wo faase ne anuan kuma mu a wo entoaso suku no na complaints no efrase ya eba se ekomodin koda no pa e wo schools ahodo no mu na ne nyina eye se wone a wono anuane ema nkoda no kire se ba bia omokokofa anuane no omodeka omokwa no makofiri ajade bia ye firi nte ba sa kura wo ba na wo ho aye hin kura dodo ne science aban no wode ensam aba emonten so ya wonam atran ya ehwe enhomasua ho nsam so ade sika yenye sika kuma aba monten so na sika no wachemu mienu cha wachemu mienu nyina yese enuane ahodo bi wo hono mu a woto ya enche na apro na bi nso hono mu a etimi nche kakra na aban no di sika aba ekere se omonye na saa sika ya wode abai no schools ahodo ya ewo wo man mu a omotete hwese ja nipa no kosko benya ntete bi sansa no dwuma bi ni ade saa schools nyina no nyina so ka ho omohwe na nuane ahodo ya nkoda no bedi wo school ho no de omohwe na omomfa enya dwuma ewo ho abusafo ya modi achi enanwumere yi ewo aba fitentafidie no so no krata no ana yade ato ho emu asem no bi na makenkan ede ma wo na kasamafo eye kwasi kwaten yate sa asem no yese da bi ate abisane agro papa boye nkomo
ti wohwe na wohwe kakra etwemu ya abai Ghana buy iska over 198 million Ghana cedis through Ministry of Education say enfama enkrabata buffer stock for ani won mani mu yadwuma nyina say won mo fa nhwe no mo schools ne ho brtine e fa sa kwanya so ahyawofo nkrai say de sika say nwane ho asem ne ade nyina ya hwa ne ka ho asem ahoden wo ho na yegususu a ntoto ye koso a se de be ya bribia no ye mofra ne nwanom ne enkwara won mo schools ya pon mo sua de benya nwane at every point bia na won mo adidie se de be ya won mo adesua nyina be koso pepepe ebi onso hweska na emu bi about 72 million Ghana cedis ko ama baby a friend recurring budgets and expenditure net say one of the head teachers obeto we no man kakra won mu hia de around school so no ebi wa sports fee no money ade ne no ma bi on de administrative around school so no so scan bi su be ko entina enhyehyɛ ya ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛde bɔ make sure say adesua bɛkɔ so abribia no Minister for Education ora Dr. Yausa Duchum na ni wo ho yie pa watoto nhyehyɛ magana ban eguso a ɛboa bo ho abra
yewura kwasi kwaten ekasa de ma oman yinguma suatan no ne nsam ode man nsam trofo bre ate asem ya yebusa no eno no
Ora some of what children call a customer for the Private Health Providers Association of Ghana. Now, one nakasa ya watch the National Health Insurance Authority for the one more cat. Areas Mamma who am friend to 2 one more cat, ya woman says 1 man hey. Now one more cow, more dear no. One shan when any china 1 more church and farmer 1 more, and ya some no quarter pa, and Mbako canwo. One say ya BB. A more dear cramper yaga kakwa swimming siani a fekuni. Woman chia 1 more kakra. Now shouldn't you know insurance no? Walk up on the you make who draw more. Metera ankran cradi and woman that show the year Juma. Ya I have 1 more AC 1 music as someone no coin. And I'm switching and now 1 more fuck as a video so. Now 1 more bomb de rodia National Health Insurance Authority for some woman and yan son maka sem hu yan kasa sa de no 1 more din kaka na anya ye enti de beto so mienu de asem no kwotwa ani bepi
for them the capa that you young court with them. Say contractors don't court among unity at the bank court. The Abanam is a Casa or Tiana court. That's be no court with them because contracts are only assigned on only the so but person unity on the so. Oh, we are buying tea so and then be man that you home and do what they put in to do. Yours now also from a second company city as a mapper. Cash and carry who quest a car to be come over to also some over to a people who you win this cat in this country. Now, you can be one and they do have a proposal. Sometimes over my eye, and the quarter of them, then there's a big year no year for John, young Johns, we need charity. I can't tell you about a court. Now, said to more, I said, Fonka, Fonka, I'm with the penalty of younger court. And I might be a carrier, live on the court. I have or assembly, or not assemblano, and a winning dinosaur. I said to the court, it is a car with interest. Never pass on. You have a possible sentence as I will fish now, what the baby are. NDC for a giant cap, almost 16 to 17 months. I'll make a car. And I'm physical. And now, you have a focus on the power of the man and also challenge our original. I go for the every 10 months, every 9 months, every 8 months, every 6 months. Sanity. 7 months on our casino. Or a casino that was an offer. Sir, I capitation in the Pacific, the Pacific. I asked a billion. Ever say no cry and Pacific debut. Capitation is saying, what will be any part at the baby? What's who are you? When are you? Go to you. I asked Sabia. That's to be so. Now, my was camera. What's that? What does it mean? And answer from Karen Zemko, Ningari, was it? I also do listen, baby. Coco to the win and that's Samia, but not to win the Biao, Obakoya. You need to quay out, we acquire a copy. We didn't be or Obakoya. It's all to see the Biabaya. We are the one as a papa, to see you. We are saying.
When you know, CNSA, customer for the Private Health Providers Association, or a Samuel Boache Donko.
Afei yeba asante mantem kropon Kumason ha sei. One year wonim Kumasi ye pa no Kumasi baabi wo ha ye frɛ ho Moro Market na no eben krofom so eye bro no ba ko agiden ewo Kumasi ha ye pa na eye bibi ne yetie efri ho kyerɛ sɛ owura bi a wonya mfinsia aduonum enan edin ya yensa kan ene opani poku na ne yetie kyerɛ sɛ wono ankasa afa ahoma edi asane me na wagye ne nkwa edi afiri ne nsam ebra asam no ba yesa no na akoye hu na sade nsam so ye adwuma no ye nua ba afia agyewa akode eboanan ekopie mu ewo Moro Market ho na ebra okopie mu ho a wobusabusa no so opani poku de na nsan kura de ase wonam wo ye din bi sei ase wo hwade wo akiri bi ase wo di wo kyese won hyeda hu ade pote ya ha no na ebra odidi nkomo na mtese baabi a wasan ne ho ahoma no kura de ono ankasa ne demu enti bra ye nua ba no duru hope woto nani ya no hu opani a ene yesusu se ono anagye ne nkwa ade afiri ne nsam ohun na danfo pa ya ntam ho de obi anim se opani pokui na danfo ne saa owura ya ye ka ne ho asema bibi nti ya fa ne din entudwa ye nua ba ne nkomodie mu obra one pani ne din ko no se madamfo opani poku de ebre kakra ni oka no oka ka na da woka se na me se kura meti wiase kura ye den ewiase kura anya me de se me nim de nti kura meti wiase o kika kan sam no saa na de ba ye nyina che se aboa no wu mabre ya na kura wiayi mu kura no ye se opani no ankasa kura no wakọ ayarasa bia ba na obi ntimi hu se de pa na si ye pa wono ankasa etu fa sa akwa no so isusu se wono na agye ne nkwa ade afiri ne nsam o yentie opani asam a wode man sam trofo
5:30 and ofre me say opese oba me hona ontina ha biem enti na medical na din ko say me pedan ede amano obese me ho be 2 weeks ana me na kan bibia enti ada na me dra pa ni na me ebe tina ha ya na me kasai enti ahmachi ofre me na me say manya dan ni bi na omo yimu atu enti no ontwen na omrano so pese oba me hona me say na onde ayo nya de omra no so kiwati timi de minim se mi gua ho bo aso ase wo ba ana me madam fimpo no afre me wo de no me fra bro ba na ma pa yi me be dru fi am ne brei ana ye frem se me bla che no akọ fo oni ba onware e mi nua
abusia asam na eda ho na enu achi ye nua ba na ma na nso ho a wosan ebusa opanin no wo fa ase ba ko se edi na wonso ni me fa ho kakra
aya no si ni tie ne ya no paina amachi anadwin aya o tabe bo me prum se ni tie ne ya untimi na be mantene iti na say de man de ne ko hospital na ye kakra enti na no be bo me prum se ni tie ne ya na me sesa na me ne be tena aya no pese de bie ni pagina na ho no ni di nkomo saa ti me ni atena bonten me wo fa ba ko me ni gina ho a ana o se me fa ne ko hospital na me su you na me wo fa ba ko so odile to mu di kan ko ba me so na me ko baby o mu ko ba ye no ana o se doctors ne I say on ko psychiatric medical de na ko mo confirm no tuo enti o ko ye no ana mama ne wo fa ne chi o de ne ko no mama ne bi ana o to kokoma ne ti me so me ka se me ko baby kokoma no na so me enti o so ho no friend say wa mantem oni ni di nka o ma bai ana me wo fa ne friend yere say on tumrika emra mehwe enti o ba ye no o mu po friend o fa poku o mu po puru ne ne say o hye ne ho
wei eye opani poku a ene won kan ti asefo hu bimu no ne wo fa asensam a wode ma ye nuaba afia ajewa akode no no
onwonya for Michael amu awuku enhyiamudi asonko bi akoso awo ne mpeso so ema ewi akire no community health assistant nipa makomako aduonu num waye church sonko de ama won watwema wabeja kroponi mu e won ode akwakoto dwatwera sa pomde de hu hia pa ɛwɔ sɛ nipa bibre bia da ya wo ba fa sa nurse adwuma wo be ye bi wo maka na mu die wankasa wo de atu ho akyɛ ayi adwuma sanse adwuma no wankasa no ɛyɛ adwuma bible mu wo nhira ɛwɔ soro na ɛno no wo kyerɛ sɛ wo bi yɛ sa adwuma ɛte sɛ yi a ɛwɔ sɛ nipa no nyinaa firi ne mu die mu na wo hwɛ sɛ ba bia de ne kwa akɔto ɛmfa ho ani kura wo kɔsoɔ wo bɛhwɛ so wo bɛyɛ adwuma ne yie wo nhumu ne honam mu na wo yɛ de aboa ne mama sɛ ne bɛyɛ a wo bɛtumi nya mfa so twitwiridie ɛnso de afiri so
ɛyɛ ne yie a ɛnyɛ wo kɛhwɛ na bɛdi bɛti wanim kura bɛtie ɛde ama bi ɔyaafo no bɛhwɛ na nebusuani bi ahwɛ kɔ afa so a wo yɛ de yɛ wode titi no wa ma so kura firi ya wɔre kura ɛde wakɔpɛ gbanforo bi ayɛ dɛ nti sɛ adwuma no woyɛ na woyɛ sɛ woyɛ ama ebi a wo boss na wɔ hɔ no a ɛno nso wobɛti mom biaa nyɛ n'adwene sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma no ma ne boss woyika sɛ woyɛ wagye sɛ woyɛ ama wo boss pɛ a ɔyɛ nipa ɔbɛfom wo saa mfomsoɔ no bɛhwɛ ho a adwuma no koraa wohwɛ koraa wonyɛ dɛ wonkɔ ɛnso yɛ bia ne hɔ na wɔhyira ayɛ dɛ ɛwɔ nti ɛbɛserɛ mo paa mo a na mɔkɔ apply ɛna mo sɛ mo pɛ afei aba adwuma nso no nyɛ sɛ yɛfa awa no wɔkatua aba aba adwuma ɛyɛ naano me yɛfa me abosome ɛnwɔtwe
ɛno akyi no wɔnmonyafo Isaac Bonsu atwoma nwabiagya municipal youth employment coordinator wɔno nso da aban no ase paa ɛwɔ saa kwanya wɔde ama mabunu no
nka sɛ yɛma mpanyin dada kwan president kofo ɛna de bae na ɛyi so ade hu nyinaa ne sɛ yɛbɛboa yɛ mabunu no ne yɛtumi aka wo pa yɛ ne sɛ saa twini yɛ yɛde ma wɔ mu wo ma nkasa bi hu sɛ ebi kwan yɛde me fa afi daakye bi asɛ me nso bɛyɛ nurse ni kɛyɛ teacher ni kɛyɛ police ni a ɛbɛboa na ama ɔno nso ahu dwumadi a ɛyɛ sɛ odi ɛboa ne man asɛbu ɛno ne nam sɛ ma saa dwumadi yɛ dɛ ɛbaeɛ na ɛnɛ atwoma ma biagya ɛyɛ south municipal yɛkyerɛ yɛyi ɛnyam bunu bɛyɛ sɛ aduonu enum a yɛadeploy wɔ mu to yɛ various electoral areas a wɔn kɔyɛ adwuma aboa ɛyɛ disease control for ɛwɔ yɛ hospitals ahodoɔ na ɛyɛ afutu andoma ne nuanom nkuma yi ne sɛ wɔn bɛdi dwuma no sɛnea dc kan yɛ mc kan yɛ no wɔn mfa animteɛ ne afoma pa nkɔdi dwuma ɛnyɛ akatua ne bi a ɛbɛso wɔn mu ne mmom ahokama wɔn de ma dwumadie no ɛna ɛbɛkyerɛ deɛ wɔn nso daakye ɛyɛ dɛn ɛde wɔn akɔkɔsi na mmerɛ ne mmerɛ nyinaa no me ne youth employment fɔ nso ɛkasa meka kyerɛ wɔn sɛ wɔn adwuma no ɛyɛ adwuma a ɛboa no ama na akaafo pathway ama no ho nti ɔno ahu sɛ dwumadie no ɔde ne ho abɛsi mu sɛ ɛbɛboa no deɛ a ɔntu anammɔn pa a ɛbɛboa no ama no atumi afɛda no education sɛ ɛyɛ shs no wɔanya ne results no nyinaa ɔhu sɛ ɔkɔtwerɛ na wabɔ ne ho sɛ mfie mmienu no nkɔ na wiyɛ no ne sɛ health training ɛna ɔboa no ama no atumi aprogress
ɛno akyi no yɛne community health assistance nipa maakoma akwaduo no nom yi bi ɛnso di nkɔmmɔ ɛma ɔmo bɔ aban no aba so
amanpanyin na akufo ato ase ɛna yɛpanyin Mr. Bonsu so ase iyi so ase sɛ wama yɛ opportunity wei sɛ yɛmɛdi dwuma fɛfɛ sɛ yɛfa mboa yɛbɛyere yɛn ho so ayɛ dwumaden ama na sɔ amanaman ne Ghana nyinaa
mpanyin sɛ wɔde dwumadie fi ɛtete aba ne skul ni ba me na menyɛ adwuma ban san sɛ wɔde wei baeɛ aboa ma mesoma nyɛ adwuma ama ɔma na ɔmode ɔmo hyɛ social vices mu ama ne nyinaa nso abrante sɛ bɛda
yɛma mpanyin ase yɛda MC so ase ne yɛsan da Mr. Bonsu so ase sɛ nansɛn youth no adwuma ni hɔ sɛ adwuma sɛ yɛaba no mama yɛdi a ɔse ase yɛyɛ yɛn ho ne yɛyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ yɛn ho ayɛ deɛ ɛbɛtumi bi ase yɛbɛyɛ adwuma nti abayɛ ase sɛ ɔma yɛ adwuma na yɛsɛ bɔse sɛ yɛdwuma yɛbɛhu
abusua wei ɛyɛ community health assistant nipa maakoma akwaduo no nom a ɛnɛ wɔn nso agye nteteɛ ne nkyerɛkyerɛ ahodoɔ a wɔn de kɔkɔyɛ adwuma ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu
deɛ ɔfrɛ dɔm ɔman mu no nyinaa abɛdi akyire ɛwɔ NDC amanyɔkuo no edi mu ɛyɛ Chief Hamilton Baini wɔn na wɔn nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ edi nkɔmɔ na ɛyɛ BB ɛnɛ sɛ yi wɔn a wɔnim nkramanta no mu yie paa no baabi wɔ fɛ sɛ Kawukudi Park ɛnya sɛmɔkɛtoa korakora ɛyɛ BB ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ sɛdeɛ amamuo ne si kɔ no hwɛ woso da yɛ kora na wura fi nyɛ wodidi kora wo men kyɛ sɛ sidi no kora ne dollar no kora deɛ ɛne ɛboo na agya ɔmo keka ɔmo kakra na ɔyɛ kyerɛ yɛ a yɛyɛ no yɛ ɔmo ahodoɔ mmienu bi wɔ hɔ no mu a wɔkɔ a wɔfa ne kɛtɛ ne ntomago ne ne buta ne ne bibia ka ne ho na wɔkɔtenatena hɔ sɛdeɛ yɛ adaa ne daa no motahwɛ sɛ peketen ne bi no ɛno mu na ɔmo wie na ɔmo ne ɔmsɛmtwerɛfoɔ ne ɔmanfoɔ a wɔne bi ɛdi nkɔnɔ sɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kae ɔmampani abɛgyekye Dr. Alhaj Mahmoud Bawumia sɛ ebiara ne wura fi na ɔmo kae no ɛfiri sɛ bere a no wɔbɔ ntoa no asɛm baako ɔka kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛkyerɛ sɛ Ghana ni biara wodaada ka wakoma to yam Some see a cassie yan yere city no, and a dollar no paying ho say ya. Oh, me ya one dear papa. And ye, and kuntabu, can some sa. And no mubusan say, Papa, one and Rabbi now Casano and na say, I want penny abedi a cheerful frona. He say, oh, Ghana ha, dollar no, a boom, ya ye hunui. Ebiana a yet, I'm on your semu casa. Senya man your semu kasa pa na ye wan kasa na wo kasa na dia ye pese hu se won san no adwuma no nie ye pese hu se ensam wo abra na wo bonto na wo ka no sa asam no a na wo ho pepepe dollar ni sidi no he said ya ka bom say fam ya ke se bibia ye kama obusa se e dia pa na asie ye ne bibia eframonone na nyame ya adom kwa niema no kwa fa framonone a wasade abedu port no bo yentechi bani.
The fact that he arrested the dollar and today we all know where the dollar is going. The fact that he told us that borrowing is not the case, and that if he comes in, there is money in Ghana, he was going to do something better. Trust me, times are hard. The business community are complaining. Students are complaining. Teachers are complaining. Police, military, everybody. And so we have to call on him to make sure this economy gets better. He promises that he's an economic whiskey. And so a reminder probably will help him do something better. For the people of this country to get some hope. We have become hopeless. We don't know the direction we are going. And this is not the Ghana he promised us. Ghana has been same since 2016. They told us we were going to move from taxation to production. What were they expecting to do? These are the questions we're asking. If we are doing production, what are we producing? What raw materials? Are we exporting some? Is it helping our balance of trade? These are the things they told us they would do. And so this is what we are calling on them to tell us what they have done or what they intend to do for us to know that as a country we've got hope. Now, Ghana, where we are in terms of the world rating, is too bad. What you call Benin and Togo, they are doing better. They were all affected by the COVID, Ukraine war. And so what has happened to us? This is why we are calling on him. Remember the wife, Samira said he's an economic whiskey. So we are calling the whiskey to come and help us save the situation. We have given the petition to the office of the vice president. We are expecting to see him actually do something. And so we'll be looking up to him. They claim they are listening government. And so we'll be watching them closely. And if they are doing something, we will know. If they are not doing anything, we will know. In fact, it's by the grace of God that we are here. And so I can't tell you what will happen tomorrow. We leave that to God.
We don't fret for Abedi Ewa NPP Amanyokunum Chief Hamilton Barney na Enwachi National Youth Organizer Edema ND Samanyokunu Ora George Opaliado ono say hey my baby no mamman
the court will limit the number of people who can pick it. Court order gave the number to be 19. But 19 of us can walk from the Kalkudi Park, and then instead of going to the Flagstaff House to present our petition to His Excellency, our incompetent and sleeping Vice President, they decided that they would rather appoint 3 government officials to come and meet us at the head office of the DVLA. And even that, only 3 of us, the picketers, can move from here beyond this point to the DVLA to present the petition. That is how poor and bad our courts have become. But as law-abiding citizens, who adhere to the court order, and so Chief Viney and 2 others will leave the group and go and present the petition. This is the beginning of many protests to come. Yes. We are telling President Akufo-Addo, we all know that he was a notorious demonstrator. Yes. But today, he is afraid of demonstrations. We are also reminding our courts that they can continue to use the courts to suppress the people. But the day is coming where the people will arise. Yes. And no courts or no police officer can stop us. Yes. It is in their interest to allow us vent our anger. But if they continue to suppress it, only God knows what will befall this country. Yes. So we'll move from here and go and present the petition.
Where your National Youth Organizer, the man, this Amanyo Kono, George Opariado.
I was here, your general son, ya ton cry a bar, and Komobi ho, a baby.
Ye ofokwaku medase. One family clinic ho a me call ya mama hu say. I need da so homo bibia wo yare bia. E bia na wonya nhia wo gefo.
Ene wiase nyina hu adwuma papa. One family clinic eye. Eba no honam yawo. Die yesisie. Wo to ase. Wo na ye sifam. Say ya wo ya. E wo wo sempane. E hyehyw. Wo tia famu a na ye tofo. Na ye titiriti. Stroke na achi onipaduane fa. Yawo e ya ma osisi achia. Wo chi na ya wo ya. Wo kon wo nyini mro so. Enso nante ya ye den. Ade se okuta poma. Na wonim say yade akwankro etimi de yawo ba ye nipaduam. Bi wo ho nso a. Na ba bia yawo no wo no. Enya ho kra na yade no wo. Enti hyene nso. Se yawo ne ba. E ma otrimu nkoto aduro no ma ne njinsem ansa. Firi se wonnim yade kra e de saa yawo yaba. Ni nyina na one family clinic wo hu nimde. Ya wo mbehwehwe hunu ba bia yawo ne firi. Se ye ntinimu honam mu ana wo nkasa yi mu. Wo de abibidro nimde ene yaresa kwaya hodo opi na eboa. Na yade bia aka de eye kokokra. Wo ye lab, scan, massage, any home care. Se e ba ofi abehwew. Wo ye bema, wo mema sam ye bonus. Sanso na oba, wo masam eye bonus. Wo ye adwuma juada kopim memnida. Anopa no watwe kopim nonu. Hwehwe wo kira kwan wo Kumase Patase. Wo ben brother man sports. Wo Estate Junction ne so ha. Afei wo asimfosu. Hwefo praso. Aguna so adru. Ena mankesim. Frɛ 0546 686817. Go www.onefamilyclinic.com. One Family Clinic, the pain expert. One Family Clinic. Abusiani nyina yaresabia.
This is Sompa 93.1 FM.
Abusia badama sesema jebracha ya me yakwaba. Na kanema mpanyi yera John Dramani Mahama. Na sentemo kasai wankramantemo amanesam no de abusia buburuja. Na efa binu na fa Ghana kasa. Economy enemu aye den. Wobia twe no ho ba bia antwe. Na akwa sede Ghana no ankasa. Ye tizika sonso kwamore no. Eno na wakwa kire mu se ya no de adru na wasa oman no ye boye ho so. Wonso no nipa kure ye nyina ye bie ye nemom wasase na wo de afiri mampanye na ado so se. Na pamfo ahodo wa no wan mo ye adwuma no dodo no antwa taw ebi mo number. Enti dodo no wan wontwa wo mungu sesere. Na ye hwese nkaye no a wo mo ye adwuma no ankasa no ye betumi atwea wan mo ka na aboa magana no kra no ye sika no eho atumi ato no kakra. Ebiem ye hwa yi a wo man no ankasa ye wo banche ye wo bode menkani anka nyado achese nyakopo twedi ampo wanya Ghana abro wodom ye pa enti cement so kra no tutu na ade hye won matimi fifi na so se doso ade am obi adibi ye ni Ghana nuane ye moa wo man no ankasa ne ye nuane ye nuoma ye wo ye ne omapa no ye mo ho dawuro ne ntumi moa wo man no ntumi koyie na ye mpase ye bagena sem oka ye John Dramani Mahama ne nsam no de eyepi momi yakotie bi ne ye ba ye bedi nkoma afa asemi ho.
The president must not only replace his finance minister, he must also reconstitute and take control of the economic management team himself. I've noted the recent draft motion of censure by the minority against the Minister of Finance and the recent rebellion of the G95, group of 95 majority members calling for the removal of the minister. I've also noted the statement by the majority leader, I think only yesterday, of a so-called compromise reached that the minister will leave after has completed the budget and the IMF negotiations. I think this is untenable. Budget preparation and IMF negotiations are the results of teamwork. They are not the work of one individual. I fail to see how the absence of the minister will affect the preparation of the budget and the negotiations with the International Monetary Fund. There surely must be persons with the requisite experience in the MPP to carry on this work. After all, what happened to the mantra, we have the men? Side with increased local production is a realistic proposition that we need to begin to consider at this time. There must be prioritization and strategic investments in private large-scale commercial production of these commodities that I have mentioned. We cannot sustain progress in agricultural production based only on the support of small-scale. Government must support large-scale commercial agricultural production. To achieve food self-sufficiency and to cut down, government must support large-scale commercial agricultural production. To achieve food self-sufficiency and to cut down our huge food import bill. We must look at the entire value from production, processing, marketing.
Abusia wai aya kanema panyi yera John Dramani Mahama ne yatene kanana semiti ye kwona ye ne Dr. Atiku Jalula akwakodi nkɔmɔ wɔ na bana manyɔsɛm mu a yɛwura yi wɔ bi mu papaapa na yɛbisa sa so baabi aga na duru no ɛnsɛm sɛ ɛna ɔman no hia na dɔkɔ yɛ moadwo
yo minya mijo so na mo te sɛ
awurade adom na wɔn so ɛ
nyame adom me hu yɛ pa
dɔkɔ me no asɛsɛ da ne da nyina yɛbɔ punu mu a obie yɛ wae nyame hyira wo
yeah that's it
ma yɛ ne nkɛm bisa sɛ kane mampanyi yɛ rajo dramani mahama ne nsɛm wɔ na no wɔkɔkeka yɛ yi afa Ghana economy no ho ɛne ansɛm no de ne dɔso ebi yɛ sɛ yɛbɛdi Ghana yɛ nuane ebi yɛ sɛ yɛwura kenofra to ɔbɛkɔ economic management team no yɛbɛsakra mu ne adeade a ɛbɛbia yɛduru no ɛnsɛm wei no ɛyɛbɛka no sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ yɛbɛtete nsɛm wɔ te sɛ yie anaa wɔhuru Ghanafoɔ akoma
yo minua beda ase mefa wafidi so na mekyɛ wa tie nyinaa sɛ menkɔre sɛ medin kakra ɛyɛ Abdul Jalilu Ateku yo edru situations like this baby na ya bedru say oman no mu obi anim say ye ko ahonkyere mu yenim say globally no bibia problems bia face economic challenge ni but we share Ghana your situation I think we are among the worst hit na I mean say video so marker on several occasions and other platforms say your problems no only externally induced both external and internal the one also make us say internal policy decisions never be no in a contribute here no eka ho na I say your economy no any resilient normally government we expect that the government will build systems that are resilient because external shocks say it can hit you at any time but say economy no any that resilient and na bit to me I think that is the a situation because so we share in West Africa here Togo ni Cote d'Ivoire ne omunyina efesi external affairs problems na but we share economic indicators na ye there no aye so it means that it was internally never be pre I was say and for a very long time nipa be pre akasa akasa I think former President Mahama this is not the first time okasa FNC economic management team we share civil society organizations in man akasa me as far back as 20 January time na 11 December 11 system up to January no maybe we can say nka finance minister nka was stepping down because if a major policy decision be our government ediba na some want to me broader consultation ni a year I was say onipa will step aside na another person to beba no if saying na normally secretary be saba the confidence be credibility be eba amamumu so at here na so from there on so subsequently na for bebre ekasai for President Mahama this was the first time somewhere about 4 months ago okay I say if finance minister I was say if oko so at here okay about economic management team say the point is that man for enkase is it the time? This is the time for that to speak because you are CASA from the beginning. Civil society groups are CASA, individuals are CASA, so what economists are CASA, political scientists are CASA. Don't know share business school professors now more. I'm Obia CASA for a very long time. We have not been silent. Yeah, CASA never baby and then there is the need to do certain things. But a has now also initially the government and CASA accept to say almost say 2 issues and a problem COVID, Russia, Ukraine. But even though other people held affairs the contrary views in that was the position until in Nema editorialization before government presented by Obe actually say, oh yes, we are going through economic challenges, and that kind of thing. So the point is that it means that domestically I was saying maybe and nina eka hubi ina mana yabedu so this is the time we can, if we are not speaking for now, to say when are we going to say it? We started talking about it. The president says, some of us even says, President was saying, oh yeah, if it's a reshuffle, what's this? If I say, ministers no amma me kai say even on this your platform me kai say me I say even President for example 2003 where making some major reshuffle ni so sometimes edu baby about wo hwe nanado amamu no for the past 6 years no major reshuffle be asi ne eba ya woye ye ne setama otiku jaba no mu nya problems na or just some few but major reshuffle be encourse here na yes have first the second so some of the issues now former President Mahama akana there are never be a amount for bebre akaka so what you say so there are things so at this particular point in time no we need to reflect. This is a time for sober reflection. Who say, baby, what are we going to do? Because the government will be or finance minister will lead the economic affairs, or more I think we should be getting some positive responses. What I said. But unfortunately, so things are even getting worse and worse. So why should we take a move? Let's say a driver no SPD or driving recklessly. Let's say we no we or crash one prayer ubewu. So we are all on board. So never be we need to speak up. This is the time Yankas needs to say when should we speak about them?
And maybe Monso Casa was shot Sunny a Canema Pani. No what shall see no what can some the fanua. As a father been what I say when ya Ghana for any more drum a quabi show now 2024 what to me Ghana for Ginny Tomb. Somewhere no one can say won't say a first and was because I know. Obviously, political parties exist to do what? To capture political power. So what I said that's the near first in a political parties. And the first thing is say capture political power because to me no manifesto no ma prepare no maybe no want to be implemented. So Abrebia said the first Nana Akufo-Addo okay say he want to hand over power to an MPP president. MPP will be a free MPP will be president. So the same way opposition political parties they also think that's the beauty of democracy. Say enema echo say no enka omoye din kura will be surprised. So what I say because you are the next government in waiting. In political science, opposition party next government in waiting. So we are next government in waiting now. These are the economic challenges now Ghana for AFC. And then alternatives then will be to me so they have coming to speak on some of these issues. It will be so we have seen say this is how NDC want to would have addressed the situation, and now so they were able to Mahama and even Neodika Ekasa or the second doctor they are to forcing Edika and yes, or the problems in there. I think President Mahama also or also in detail near and Sunday could group baby and way. Now no so or no one dream more or any you say in a government in a MCO. So at this level the government must do A, B, and C. And that is what we expect from responsible opposition. Alfredo, you say, Sasia, no domdo draw one rush of the Fiani Pabes had your watch. And I never say, Yera Ken of Rata, Mampayin in Friho. And I fed your quackorias, Ghana Mampayinas half for Nakosia. Ama one more so I gonna say I am a Francis Shebi Omode Bane at the Akaka Wintino. I was say Yera Ken a train shock. Now can ka budget I am a physician we and sana was sorry akunya so young run say no aquaman say na kwase mampanyin ya na dwen say wotie Ghana for and na branding nu second of ratangasa was sorry akunya so
minua medase nia meka say o mampanyin aye na dwen say nia Ghana for beka no onfanye adwuma at the time na ye binu ye can say onye reshuffle no. I remember speaking to this your radio station and some others that those particular days no and the president Becca said people are looking for jobs nurses or mupe minister job until omo say on reshuffle omo at the time now onu kasa be acknowledge say say Ghana for tibia ye wo mu no hardship no eye no ye kasa on reshuffle on share economic management team no. That is that time now na president Becca Becca say the ministers they are performing excellently. I'm a Mikasa say excellent performance in our manner CD I could do it say excellent performance in our manner. So basically we should the indicator it's like the president was not on top. So what I say the president is not on top. because right now say yeah the more independent analysts and now if it's from the opposition FNSM party and now yeah and now a year, so maybe you are seeing something so what here now. Wow, members of parliament, 80 of them, even 95, I understand, 95 of them, 95 out of the 137 members of parliament, there was one particular one, I said, meaning a radio station, now or representing. At the time, Namika said, finance minister was said, or system, he was defending, say, I mean, giving reasons why the finance minister was doing well, you know, and now, also, if I saying, Omoka that 80 and that's a 95 MPs almost say finance minister echo. So the point is that right now a day in the year a president a day in opposition a president they say a day in a on one party members of parliament and on president so a idea the president has taken a decision to say and come on to start of Uriata and yes a pressure now ever ni say na waka okay yem no 3 weeks be na one for 3 weeks. Why would members of parliament say the finance minister is incompetent? Why will you continue to have that incompetent person? Why will party members and parliamentary affairs members of parliament say why incompetent? We need credibility, no? Why should that person continue to lead to the IMF? Was say because can doesn't mean that there wouldn't be any person. Me, I mean, look at say, and then you are. If you want a political scientist to talk to, when your political scientist or the partner of political science, and then in Kasa, when your political scientist or KMUST, and then in Kasa, na. Your mind, a building, we build systems, we build a nation, we don't build family. So what you say? Yes, so.
Doc, my was say, watch it, more boss, something you to for the May. Yamisha, why?
Media miss me that's
I was your way, I paya banamon the same way, Birimu papa, and your Sompa bonny prumo say waji and so. Dr. Abdul Atiku Jalilu, and a watcher Musa, you're a kind of rata dear, when him the entia, bapamne, Mampany now do dash manatia kunya sure, now she young humber beer, Gani Sidino, or the aqua could drew.
A brasso, some of gents say, Modiaba to me and you mean young Wajuma, na yet a mammo. Enti ye corporal kasia so na dwencha ya mode aba no e ho adwuma kama ete amamo na yo anwumere yi nana kantata ba de na ye de esase wo se utie yen e wo tepa ahafo mantam no mu tepa de se ya sante region tepa nye tepa de ya sante region tepa nye ahafo enti ya na wa hyene so pa de amaye na keke so e wo kasoa na America town kenke house wo de aba na wo se oman sana hene no was what trans no boy dwuma na polos kaso aso de apa na wo so America ta dem use phone ba kwa na ko ni mamera ko ni mamera na ablekuma na kua mo aboaten wo de apa na wo se Dr. Mahmoud Baumia oba na wo se wudu ani kirem ewo downsoma na kase no ededam ewo ho Steven Boache wo de apa wo so ma ye nyina ya dwo ene anwure Robert Enwusie Odiaba na o serese ya DJ Opadimo wo se kuma se soame atamfo nyanyame o atamfo nyanyame endi samanyo kro no he on be dan breaking date no sa sure bibia be kama pa Frederick Mystica Odiaba wo se 21st clinic jadam obia mra no maje na yaresa koi
I was ya jana resuni den semne nyina asi kokwa Veronica Jandra kosua sumwa wa hene ni ama crunche nana ya obo amale bia bo gafie je wa kwode nana ya Grace Murphy okwa MC ahonso ayewa Kiola school fees PK Ima Rocky Rexford Godfred ni kachwe munyina ya damu ase Frank munyina aka ho bi naso yanso yabetena se ma ensemfo panyera asante abo Benedict wadom semu ayeme akosua aje wa kwode aboaten menemenua
nana kwabra kese
enkaibo infanto so abusuya sempene padwuma die no nyame ya domu a adwoda bia kwapem ne fiada so ya sore nanumre no nsia kase ebo no so a no nso kan na so fo so bema na won na badwafo won ma je adwa wo ma mu nsem de asafa na waresem ensasesem wo bi na aju kunu obi je wo yere wan kasankasa honhom asam nioma bi na etete wo wabrabo mo nte ase fa bada asem pani padwumadie wo mba dom aboa wo pa wo mu dwumadie nso so ani na anya se bia wo mba ba wade asem no ewo kasafidie so na won matwa akire wo mu wi o mu sadi akira kosi fom kosi sasem no na no kra no ankasa be piedwa sa wo pa bibia ni a for producers wa homa so 054 688 3287 054 688 3287 and 0243 585878 0243 585878 and 0552 095535 Kens ebusuya nyame yadom afiada bia awia no mienu kwapem no miensa na bebo apono so Sompa 93 Yera Kennedy Japan mrashebejani asen central wono ene ho asem nko a enioma pa wa yade abo MPP amanyoko no na wono bo wo da wura ma wiase amansan so atebie enti ya hye no so fiada biada na won so otumi atie bi abusuya montie ne yie na mon hye no so an se obi passport ayira na de tie nie nipa kro no hu no wo soame Roman asafo ni mu honom wa soame Roman asafo no yentumi hunu Roman asafo no okay soame Roman asafo ha ye na no pa no na won mo kire se wo passport ayira adaworma bra Sompa TV na Sompa FM na ebra beje wade woba na obodin wo so ne adade a yere wade be ma ahoma no enie 03220 08139 03220 08139 wo fresi super eni power front desk ho beje so na wone wo adi nkomo kwa bibi wo bi mu na ye fancy abusua ye de si oforso bema wona bedwafo won ma ye krado no nso abo edi sebredie asam panipa omoneto so
Sayasisie de kwase wuo nko ade a eno ha ne Sompa FM asempe ni padwumadie so asa minu obi mu kwase a saya sori mu saya wade mu saya dwuma mu saya mpratwim eno ha ne asempe ni padwumadie so Sompa FM na 3.1 dia seba ha no bia from rante hin na badwafo awo number so na yehwehwa anye no 0546883287 ana 0243585878 Sompa FM 93.1 asemkese bia de eno ne mrante ni program so
bi ko wura mu dabane o chiye 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 chiye